Rinpoche, because of your blessings, we have had a very successful regional meeting, East and Southeast Asia, and there are 4 countries here, Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan, and also Indonesia. So there are other countries in our region who are not able to be present, but I think they are with us on live stream, and they have also contributed to this offering for you. And those 3 countries who are not here represented, but here in spirit, are Hong Kong, Japan, and also Mongolia. So for the last 3 months, Rinpoche, before the meeting, we decided that we wanted to offer our practice to you as well. So we did recitations of the Golden Light Sutra, and we have amassed a total of 1,185 recitations. May you have a long and healthy life. May all your holy wishes be fulfilled, Rinpoche. May there be peace in this and all worlds. And may all sentient beings in the 10 directions of space have every happiness and not even a trace of suffering. Thus, the bodies of Shavaka's are empty. All beings by nature are like in a dream, like space and the nature of space, an illusion, a mirage, or the moon reflected in water. O Buddha, you are endowed with the great empty. Thank you, Rinpoche. On behalf of the region Rinpoche, we also would like to invite you to come to visit our region every year to benefit from your holy presence. Please, Rinpoche, from all of us, all 7 countries, please come to visit. And we thank you in advance. Yes. Golden Light Sutra.
What was recited?
1,185 times the recitations of the Golden Light Sutra.
108 times.
1,185
Oh,
times.
1,108 times.
1185.
Huh?
1185.
1,185. Oh, that's great. It brings so much peace in the world. It's a great, it's explained there. Brings humble peace, happiness. Of course, you know, numberless sentences, of course, negative karma from beginningless birth, all kinds, individually and as a group, from beginning birth, so much, so close. There are problems in the world to not only individual family, society, country, but I mean the global problems, change the weather, you know, where it was cold and it become hot, where it is hot, become cold, and so yeah, things become extreme, and so I think the world is getting near, you know, teaching Buddha is you see, like sun setting, the sun setting, or whether it's a mountain or not mountain, but sun setting. So just like that teaching of Buddha. Then the world, the sun gradually, not quickly ending, but gradually, because I think it's natural normal problems and generally speaking. But at the same time, there are individual beings who is able to practice and become enlightened at the same time. Those who are able to practice, they become enlightened. Those who are able to progress the mind, they're able to develop and they're able to achieve enlightenment in this world. And then generally the world, different places, so many earthquakes, so many days, there's what is called by world natural disaster. Of course, there's no natural disaster. It's all came from the mind. The sentient beings who are experiencing suffering, it all came from their mind. Came from the karma. Like Abhidhamma Gosha says, this is not all reality. It's the various world come from the karma. So it's like that. All that thing come from karma. So even the preta beings, the moon becomes hot for them. Even for the moon, for the human beings cold, but preta beings hot, and the sun becomes usually human beings warm, hot, then preta beings cold. Then like that. Result of the negative mind. So production of negative karma, negative thoughts. So that so where human beings, beach, oceans, and lot of beauties, flowers and green, like that. At the same place, for brother, they don't see that. They see very depressed place. All the wood, or the rock or tree burned by fire, all like that. Nothing green, flowers, fruit, and all that. So even though it's the same place, so a different projection of the mind, result of negative mind. Negative karma, so in the created in the past, so result happened. And whatever place they look at, it's all like copper burned by the sun, copper, so hot like that, and very unpleasant. At the same time, for human beings, very pleasant place, very green, very, like that, different view. So, and human beings, they see, food, drink, but then Petas, even they cannot see. First of all problem is they can't see, but their own time for 1,000 years, the longest 1,000, they cannot find drop food, spoon, or even a drop of water, cannot see. wetness on the ground, cannot see. So that, and even they see food from distance, but by looking at it, so it's like pollution in their eyes, sort of that. By looking at it, it disappears. By looking at it, it becomes no existence. Before the food, then afterwards. Yeah, by looking at it, then disappear. When they go to, even though so food, when so much difficulties to go to get it. Coming gardens, yamas, or they stop. Coming gardens, they stop them. Right? First of all, they're like very old men, how difficult to walk. So like that, they have a stomach like mountains, and very fine necks and limbs, so fine, and so difficult to go. And even to go, they then come in gardens, they stop. Like that. And then so many obstacles. Even they reach there, but then there is no longer food, drinks, or they are full of pus and blood. So like that. Unexpressible life. Difficult, so much suffering, hunger, thirst, hot, cold. So like that, so generally, So, going down to degeneration, so, but of course, again, as I mentioned before, individual people who are able to hold their minds, practice Dharma correctly, of course, correctly, so they, able to cultivate not only intellectual understanding, able to learn intellectual understanding, the extensive scriptures, Sutta Tantra, not on that, but continue extensive purification and collective merit and meditation. So they're able to actualize path and, able to achieve enlightenment, able to achieve high realization. So it's not because of old situation, then nobody can sort of ever practice and all of that. So it's up to individual karma, creating karma for success. So that's what I'm saying. The reading Golden Light Sutra benefits so much explained in that teaching. So it's so good for, by reading those teachings, it takes care of yourself completely to enlightenment. As is a benefit to the world, so much to the world. And it takes care of yourself naturally. It takes care completely yourself towards enlightenment. So you have to know that. It is said that in that teaching, as long as there's Golden Light Sutra in the world, there's a Dharma in the world. When the Golden Light Sutra doesn't exist in the world, then that time the end of the Dharma. So, it's unbelievable. Yeah. I'm going to recite Sangha on the point miserable thoughts. Okay. How wonderful it is, Kasur. if the mother sentient beings abide in the equanimity, free from discriminating thought, anger and attachment, discriminating some sentient far, some closer. So see, just by that, no question yourself and individual sentiment, then family, society, country, the world, so much peace, happiness. So there, about in equanimity, free from discriminant thought. Discriminant something far, very distant, far and some across. Suppose that then brings so much problem. It's individual brings life, the family, society, world, So the First World War started with that thought. Second World War started with that thought. So if you have a First World War started from one person, I heard, and so with that thought, all that. So if you have influential power, then it becomes war. You can cause war in the world. So how important. So for generating, for immeasurable, living the life for immeasurable thoughts, how important. How that is important, even the first one. Lama Yeshe, so it's like that. So whole life, with you, whole life you live in the problem. You create a problem to others. Not only you live life in problem, but also bring others into problem. Lama Yeshe, you due to your discriminating thought, bring others into problem. So you create enemy, you create a friend with attachment, you create enemy with anger. So if you don't have anger, if you are free from discriminating thought, anger, attachment, then you have no enemy, no friend. Friend of the attachment, the attachment object. Of course, you see also the friend or mother. That's the positive side. It's also it is said by it's a non-sectarian great Lama. Of course, I have to remember name for man to remember names is great difficulty. To remember. So he said, and remember them. So that he said in his advice, is the numberless sentient beings, but then you are only attached to one sentient being. If you are feeling close to only one person, example, then numberless sentient beings. But that is attachment, he said. But there are number of sentient beings, you see. You feel every sentient being close in your heart, that's what it is. Then bodhichitta comes. Great compassion, then bodhichitta, you see. So as long as you don't feel that, some far, some close, water, disagreement, thought, anger, attachment, then you see, then no place for your mind to generate great compassion, embrace to every sentient being is not there. We become obstacle for that. Then because that cannot rise, so then bodhichitta cannot to every sentient, to bring the thought, to bring the enlightenment. And for that the thought doesn't come. So like that we see. The beginning of the mind path is blocked. So mind path is not opened, you see. To go in the mind path to enlightenment is not there. So just the first one, equanimity, Papa is so important. It's so yes, it's so important. So by having that, so much problem in the world pacifies. We can see how important. So therefore, our prayer and practice in daily lives so important. Of course, somebody who has been kind to you, then repay back kindness. That's okay, that's not wrong. And appreciate the kindness. Yes, that's okay. Of course, all Sentient beings have been kind to you. Thinking life to life. Every sentient being has been kind, including this mosquito, this ant crawling. Everyone, by going to beginnerless report, one's kindness. And only mother kindness, but not all that. All your part, present, future happiness. Every single happiness is received by kindness of every sentient being. So that I explain that. So like that. So yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we meditate there. In equanimity. How wonderful it is if all the sentient beings abide in this thing. Feel that and keep the mind in the state. meditate about the equanimity. I will cause them to abide in equanimity. Please group with us, grammar blessings, and you visualize Buddha. And then bless grammar blessings to be able to do this. Then, being purified, nectar being imitated and purified, anger, attachment, all those discriminant thoughts within yourself. And there are sentient beings. Then received total equanimity. This is similar to the equilibrium meditation. That's generates this realization. How wonderful it is! The sentient beings to have a happiness and cause happiness. So, happiness for this life, happiness of future lives, all the future lives. Then ultimate happiness, ultimate happiness, liberation from samsara, and peerless happiness, fully enlightened state. Total cessation of the not only growth but subtle obscuration and completion of all the realization. Then, may they have happiness. I will cause them to have happiness. It's taking full responsibility on yourself. You see, then that means, you see, we think that this is meditation time, but actually you're deciding, how you should live the life. Everyday lives, you're going through that. How one is going to live the life, how to live the life. You're going through that. So that is not only in session you do that, then daytime, other times you do completely opposite. No thought of happiness or sentient being, or only cause harm with anger in attachment, do the opposite to Dharma, to the practice of immeasurable thought, the loving kindness for them, not that. So you're going through what you're going to do in the life, how you're going to live the life, or you're going through that. So you have to recognize, you see, everyday life, how you're going to live the life too. How you're going to live the life. So you're going through that. Not just only meditation. Then recitation, nothing completely opposite. Your prayer, total opposite to the prayer that you do meditation time is not like that. So that's so important. We have to know if somebody angry to you, outside or inside, somebody suddenly get upset to you or insult you, look at you down or whatever. So that time must remember, I did meditation for immeasurable thoughts in the morning. And that is the basic practice of my life. So you see, I should not. Therefore, I cannot harm to others. So I have to remember that time. To not anger back, to not retaliate back, to not harm back. The Gejunga Choshi, there's a Gejunga Choshi virtuous training. The 4 dharmas of virtuous training. Somebody angry back, you don't anger back. Somebody scold you, you don't scold back. Somebody beat you, you don't beat back. I think it's one provoke. If somebody provoke you, you don't provoke back. Yeah, sometimes it's getting a chasey. That's very much supposed to be the basic practice. As a, Buddhist, it's the basic practice. Then it shows you're practicing Buddhism. When you do that, then it shows you're practicing Buddhism. Then it helps the other people who are angry to you. Oh, this person, angry is called Buddha. But you see, they don't tell it back. Common people tell it back immediately. Immediately. So, but this person, is it benefit in return on the basis of not harm. So at least not harm. Then that helps them change their mind, change their personality. Selfish personality, ego, so strong ego person, it helps them to change. So just like Bodhisattva Tongmai Sangpo, he had one wolf and cat, I think. He had one cat and a wolf. So they eat always, of course, their food is always meat, always by killing animal, But being with him, they don't harm at all. They don't eat meat. They don't harm back at all. The two animals lived with him. So due to example of his bodhichitta, so they don't harm, they don't eat other animal, or they become like that. So that. Even the animals, not him, even the animals, there's not food to eat, only meat. But you see, they become vegetarian. Like that. So yeah. Our cows and have been pleased group with us. Our cause of happiness, all that thing. After that promise, then please Guru Buddha's guidance and blessings will have this sentient nectar purified for the anger. So the Karasukure of course, anger, there was ignorance. You see, ignorance, so not knowing. Only. Yeah, ignorance. Ignorance, and then of course can be attachment too. So that purified yourself, and then purified all the sentient beings. Three-person mind. Then generated immeasurable loving kindness. Within you, every helping, every hungry was. Sorry. Every swearing, every observing, generate immeasurable love kindness. Think that. How wonderful is that if the sentient beings are free from suffering and the cause of the suffering. Mention that. So the three types of suffering, suffering pain, rebirth, suffering rebirth, old age, sickness, death. Then meeting the undesirable object, separate, and not meeting the desirable object. Even if could not get satisfaction. And then I think three types of, I think, three types of the shortcomings of aggregates. Yeah. So suffering pain, see, then suffering change, samsara pleasure. All that samsara pleasure nature is suffering. So because nature is suffering, so it cannot continue. We've been trying to begin number of times from beginning as rebirth, still we didn't get satisfaction. So that, and not completed. Whereas Dharma happiness, you can continue, you can complete. Only achieve nirvana, only achieve great nirvana, enlightenment. So that. So then third suffering, pervasive compound suffering, the aggregates which are under the control of delusion karma, so it's a pervasive suffering. And it is a contaminated seed of disturbing, seed of delusion karma. So from that seed, suffering rises again, and karsa. Delusion rises again. So pervasive compounding suffering. So as long as you have this, then two other suffering rises easy again. So like that. So suffering from where we need to be free from is pervasive compounding suffering. Oh, you need to be free. For the Buddhist, this is what they need to be free from. Then you are totally free from two other sufferings forever. Forever. So like that. Yeah, I think the sentient beings are how wonderful if the sentient beings are free from suffering pain, suffering change, and the pervasive compound suffering. Think that. Numberless helplings right now. How wonderful that is. Hunger goes, then animals, human beings, serpents, serpents. Where to be free from suffering. See, praying to Buddha. I will cause them to be free from suffering. So here again, you are promising, taking responsibility on yourself. Not only praying, good things happen to others, but here, seriously, you are taking responsibility on yourself. So, please, Guru Buddha's guide me blessings to be able to this. Then the nectar came, like waterfall. The nectar came from Buddha. Purified yourself, all sentient. Yeah, you can think the self-changing thought. When you very strong selfish mind, then it will be able to rise compassion to others, you see. Then stroke, not only benefit, but stroke, even harm that doesn't happen with others. Oh, yeah. Or the self-saving thought. No. Oh, then anger, so peaceful. Generated. Oh. Immeasurable compassion within you towards all the sentiment, immeasurable compassion. And in the heart of Khaturi, every helpings, every hunger goes, every animals, every human beings, you see, there's so many human beings. And those people who have hotels, 5-star hotels, a small restaurant, then 5-star hotel. How many thousand animals, sea animals, chickens, fish, have to kill to make available food for the people, So, so many number, so much each day. So you have to kill. So, each day, 1 5-star. Then you see, even the small restaurant or whatever, so unbelievable. Then one person in one plate, and so many worms, animals, small animals, so many, like people those who eat these meat worms. What's it called? Huh? Huh? The meatworms, meat, maggots, yeah? People eat maggots, that thing is helpful for the body, something, you know? So in one plate, so many, it's like the calorie puffed rice or something. Well, one person eat, now in the plate, so many. So like that example. So then there's no compassion to them. It's no understanding that they suffer. They don't want to suffer, they want happiness. That's like yourself. You're who's eating. No idea, never thinking whole life. Many people, whole life, never understand. There's a kind of there's a huge, like rock mountain, like rock, you know, kind of cover the compassion and the wisdom to understand their feeling, they don't want suffering, they want happiness, like yourself. I'm never understanding, never could not see, could not understand. So then, so how many eons, they don't get that. They don't get that wisdom, they don't get compassion. Lama Yeshe, for eons. They don't get, somebody explain to them, they don't get. Even explain to them, they get angry, they don't understand. All like that. Lama Yeshe. They don't come to understand, to accept. Lama Yeshe. So eons. So therefore, we are extremely fortunate this time. Open mind. We have come to hear Dharma. We have come to hear Dharma, to understand Dharma. So fortunate. Wow. How we are fortunate. Look at the people, human beings in this world, as I gave an example. No, they don't come out to hear Dharma, to those advice, those teachings, and to accept, to understand. No. For eons. Then they suffer, to create karma endlessly, so suffering in the lower realm. Eons. So like that. So please, Guru Buddha's grant my place in the trouble of this. That immeasurable compassion generate with you, the heart of all the sentiments, helping hungry animals. Immeasurable. Okay? Then only one left. How wonderful is it, all the mother sentient beings never separate from the happiness of upper realm and the ultimate happiness, the enlightenment. How wonderful that is, the generating immeasurable joyfulness. Okay. May they not be separated from the happiness. I will cause them to not be separated from happiness. Please, Buddha, Guru Buddha's blessings to be able to do this. So you can purify all the three spots, self-taking all 3 parts of mind. Gone, then numberless things. Okay, then generated image of thought, the joyfulness. You can think whole path to enlightenment, you can think that, three beings of path, and then whole path, you can think within you, in the heart, all the sentient being. Okay. So, anyway, you see, in the meditation, with the practice for immeasurable, our work, our purpose of our lives, our work, living yourself without talking about center, that is involved here. And your work, especially your work in the center, is involved here. You see, your mind needs to be shaped, good shaped. Your mind needs to be in the four image of thoughts to work with the center. You see, to make it beneficial, the center, the center to make it beneficial to the sentient beings. So to do that, your mind needs to be qualified. So your mind is generating bodhichitta normally, then you can make the centers most beneficial to the sentient beings. So with that, also wisdom has to develop with that. You see, so you can make the center more wisdom with the bodhichitta, then with the compassion, more wisdom developed. So the center becomes the most beneficial for the sentient beings. You see, naturally. Let the see, and then problem will become less and less. Difficulties, problem become less and less. So because your mind is more bodhichitta, cherishing others, benefiting others, is less searching, so less problem, and center become more beneficial. Same as a family. You're leading the family, taking care of the family. Same. Again here, exactly the same. You see, more beneficial to the sentient. So that becomes the huge. That becomes the when your mind becomes permissive. That becomes the huge answer. Solve many problems. But I will stop here. Huh? What? Huh? Let's see, wait a minute. So maybe I just briefly mentioned that Kasure. So far, recently what happened, the beginning teaching of Lama Chapa about Guru there. So what happened, speaking recent teachings, there's nothing extra to speak. So just in the world, of course, there's many religious organizations, so many, and the world and teaching meditation, called teaching meditation. There's so many organizations. There are so many say teaching meditation, this meditation, that meditation, there are many. But if you examine, you see, but if you examine, you see that religious organization or the meditation, if you examine, you see, then it doesn't protect you from low realm. You see, and negative karma causes the low realm. It doesn't protect you from samsara. It doesn't protect you from raw nirvana. It doesn't cause you to achieve enlightenment. That's an incredible thing. It doesn't. That meditation is Dhamma organization. So there are many, unfortunately. So you see, even teaching Dhamma, some part, even teaching Dhamma, but just only partial, not complete, but only partial. Only one thing, one meditation, two meditation, from lamrim, just one or two, the whole life. Just meditation, one or two, three meditation, that's all, not the whole part. Oh, you see, even it's positive, but didn't have a complete part. Only one or two, three like that, whole life. You see, you understand? So even it's positive, correct. Oh, you have to know those things. You see, it's not easy, because so not like that. See, here is the centers what we have, that we have, you see, and all of that. So, all the Buddha's teaching, the omniscient, kind of omniscient ones teaching, the 8,000 teaching divided into lesser teaching, Mahayana Sutra, Mahayana Tantra, which imported into lamrim. So you see, that's the very essence, basic teaching. You see, so whole lamrim, you see, taught many times. Even before started mass program, basic program, the lamrim teachings were taught much, much earlier in the older centers. Even the older centers, many years ago, they were taught before. Yeah. Even maybe in the basic, even the Madhyamika, so forth, basic scriptures were taught much, much earlier. So that, you see, complete lamrim teaching, path to enlightenment, complete taught by learned cases in the past. So, you see, you have to rejoice of the center. Do you understand? You have to recognize. You have to compare to others, the rest in the world, and you have to recognize. You see, the center you're going for, dedicating your life. You must recognize the quality. Otherwise, you don't know why you're working so hard, blah, 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 blah. I'm doing this, but I don't know why. There's a Lama Yeshe told me to work. Just some very dry thing, and just nothing. So you not want inspiration. Why, you see, then you used to walk, the walk is very hard, and then then you want to resign because the walk is hard. Then also people criticize, so complete path. So lamrim, the complete path, lamrim is shown, taught. So see, so nowadays, of course, nowadays without even geshe, even where there's no geshe, Western the lay person, Western maybe Chinese also, then they teach the extensive scripture, sutras, extensive scripture, even when there's geshe, even where there's geshe, need extra teacher, so they teach. And especially where there's no geshe, they teach extensive scriptures nowadays. After finishing the first master program, Lama and Geshe just met together for 1 week that meeting and done. So they chose the subject. So like that. Then after finished that, then those people who started, 30 people, they started something like that, then they're able to teach. So there's a few able teachers to the extent of scripture. All of that is, and that's one development of the FPMT regards understanding with the Dharma. So you can see like that. Before only geshe. So now the students they can teach the extent scriptures. So no, that's you should rejoice. You see, there's because taught basic things of karma to not harm sentient being and to benefit. To all that about karma. Then on top of the essence of the Dharma, the compassion. Compassion to the sentient beings. So they see. For example, if you one-time course, 2-day weekend course done, there are people who never, even though don't meditate, do many prayers, but at least don't step off the ants. Before they step off the ants, the animal, they don't. It's just like it's just like you see, like the leaves fall down, so you step over, you will do care. But now, after weekend course, then at least they don't read the prayers, but they don't step over the ants, at least. Wow, do you understand? Benefit what Saint is giving. Wow. Then all those animals, you see, you don't fishing and and don't step over the ants and so forth. So many sentient beings, they don't harm from the passion. There is benefit. They don't harm, and at least see. So that's what centers benefited sentient beings. Can you imagine very practical things? So then generally, bodhichitta, the minor teaching, the great compassion. So therefore, then everybody, after coming to the center, whenever they begin practice, always they begin with the refuge bodhichitta. So that means that what mantra, whatever they're going to recite, or whatever they're going to do, meditation or prayer, whatever, it's for all the sentient beings, numberless heavens, hungry animals, human beings, for everybody. There's no one animal mosquito left out. Oh, no, I don't benefit, don't want to benefit. This mosquito beat me, no, I don't want to pray. No, didn't have like that. Increase everybody. Every end in one bite here. No, I don't want to achieve enlightenment for this. No, not like that. You see, I'm just using that. Oh, this is about me. Oh, I'm not going to pray. Oh, you know, like that. So therefore, you see, now you understand the center is benefiting to every helping, every hungry, every animal. There's no one tiny insect left out, not to benefit from the center. Or every human being, no matter whatever language, different tradition, every human being, everywhere. So, you see, so the teaching taught without motivation, and all the practices taught to do that. They would do that, begin with that. So, but the center benefit to every center banks. Oh, and now you can see your work, director, whatever, the cleaner, cooking, whatever. So your effort, your service benefit to every sentient beings, you should recognize like that. So you see, everybody who come to learn to all begin with the motivation bodhichitta. You understand? So if you are happy, not this, what else happiness you want? And, you know, the benefit, what else? So not happiness left. There comes a benefit. So enlightenment is not just you. It has not just you. What do you call the flipped out? No, space out. You say like drug. After you taken drug, space out. No, none of that. After the achieving enlightenment is 4 sentient beings. To free the sentient beings from the Lord, from the samsara, from numberless sentient beings, numberless helpless, numberless hungry, numberless. Enlightenment is for them to serve, so that you have omniscience. Then you have the power of the omniscience. So with no slightest mistake, the perfect even the freedom sometimes also made mistake. So don't answer the short comments for cause of unknowing. So then the Geshe did know. So therefore, please rejoice. Please, no matter how hard your service to the center, you the center, how hard it is, the difficult, benefit to every sentient beings. Whatever you do the center. Okay, so now the teachers, you see, they're not just learned 1 or 2 meditation and then you teach. No, they so many years they studied in the monastery, young time. And by leaving the ordination, studied young time. And they finished studying. Geshe, they finished studying. So studied well by debating, not just memories, no, debating. His exercise, debating with the learned monks. They learn from that, develop that. So, you see, then they explain, you see, because whole path to enlightenment, even Tantra, exchange Tantra is taught, even more, so because of mass program, so that, not just only lamrim rochong, not just only basic things. So the many exchange scriptures and Tantra, the Lama Tsongkhapa wrote. So that you see the mass program there. Then there's a then you so the benefit we see. So this life, one time we received the human body, then leave the imprint on the mind by listening, teaching. By people come and listen, leave much positive imprint. Then that leads the other later this life or next life they become expert, like the Bhajabandhu's disciple or Loban Lutan. Heard pigeon time, heard the words of the then next life, born he may be not only become monk, then become expert and wrote 4 commentaries of So this is what happens, people come to listen teachings and study, this the next sooner or later they're all expert, then able to practice, they're able to realization, then able to achieve enlightenment, then like that, you see. So, the other thing is not just that. The other thing is then collecting extensive medicine, working for the center. It's different from working for company. So working for company, even you get $1 billion every day. Working for company is not practice purification, not collecting merits. There's no such thing. So that's kind of normally it's with salutation thought and attachment. So the motivation like that, since the motivation like that, all that activity become negative karma. So I mean just a total state. So there's no Dharma teaching. So even you get $1 billion every day. So what happened was, I tell you one story. There's one guy who took care, who come to clean the stupa, the after the house, backside and the front, the stupa, satsas. He comes every week before. Then he is a friend of Omani Pemahung dog. He takes the dog, not every but quite often to the beach. So he enjoys so much. That dog died. But now the the Uma, Ani Chamba's another she disrupts Ani Chamba from Geshe Center. So she let the dog, she would go to Italy to study, so let the dog to us, Uma. So now she takes the beach, and so each time when he comes to drive car, come up, then because he recognizes no, it's a car, then he says, ooh, the dog makes noise when he hears his car coming up. So so happy to them is coming. So anyway, what I'm going to say, he got a job to look after one rich woman in California as a Santa Cruz. San Francisco. So he gets $100,000 each year. He lived there, his house, and he takes the lady who was shopping once a week. I'm not sure what happened. Not every day. And that's all, not much work. But he gets $100,000 each year. So he never had such experience to get that, to receive that much money. So after he got the job, he was supposed to be very subtle as mind and enjoy. But you see, instead of enjoying, then he was very disturbed because he was receiving so much money from her. So his mind was he never had that life experience before. So he was so disturbed, his mind, so unhappy, and very unhappy his mind became. Not much work, just for her to take shopping, that's all. Then he gave up, because he gave up that job. Then I think he was happier after that. Anyway, so you can see, so I'm just telling this way example. So what I was saying, yeah, because I said company working. Now, you see, here working for the center, working for whichever center you're working, so everything what you do, cleaning, cooking, dietary, sexual water, everything is a purification. Everything is purification, purifying, negative karmas collect, developments collected from beginning to birth, and they collecting extensive merit. Oh, everything. Then you see, all that. And then, including making a place available, you see, invite teacher, translator, or then you see, for sentient beings to study Dharma, to meet Dharma, to study. Oh, so all that, you see, all that fulfilling His Holiness wishes. Your Guru, fulfilling Lama Yeshe's, even you didn't meet Lama, but fulfilling Lama Yeshe's wishes, especially Lama's disciple, fulfilling Lama's wishes, even you didn't meet. So of course, no question, now myself, Mickey Mouse, you see, then of course, obtain advice or fulfilling wishes. So therefore, you see, so therefore, how much difficult it is, the body and mind, other than you see, it's all collecting, purifying all the negative karmas collected from beginners and collecting excellent merits. So everything minimal. So then you see all courses to actualize, to understand, to what you learn, Dharma, what you learn, lamrim, what you hear, that to actualize the path within you by cleaning your mind. It is like to clean your room. Clean the room, make clean so that you are healthy and people can buy outside then the devils, so it's like that. So therefore, by cleaning your mind, all this are cleaning your mind and collecting excellent merits. It's like putting soil, plant what you need to put that room, put water, and similar to your mind, like that, So that makes possible to have realization. So, then as I mentioned, Dombokobe Dole, Buddha's teaching, Sutra, Dombokobe Dole, decoration of the trunk. So there, Rinpoche, during service to the Guru, virtuous friend, that makes you find enlightenment, to achieve enlightenment. Oh, that's a Dombokobe Do. Then also you see such a Pandita mentioned that such a Pandita mentioned I mentioned many times in the past. Kabatongdo Paru Chimbesu Kotakala, Tobatong, so Lameland, the Kitchela. So, for 1,000 eons, you practice 6 parameters: charity, morality, patience, prejudice, meditation, wisdom. So, the charity, see, so you may charity your head, limbs, you see, the bottom is top, so the merit you collect, you see, because of 4,000 years, you may charity your head, your limbs, so, you see, but when you walk for the Guru, when you obtain Guru's advice, Guru's way, when you walk for the Guru, then in 1 second, all that merit, or do it 1,000 years you collect by making charity, your own most precious, your own body, what you feel, your mind most precious. Or your head, your limbs, make charity to others for 1,000 years. Now when you work for the Guru, once you collect all that merit, you collect in 1 second. Though it takes 1,000 years, here 1 second you collect merit. You have to understand. Oh, such a Pandita, mention that. You have to remember these benefits. So when you walk in the center, you see, remember, especially hard work, especially when you feel tired or whatever, hard work. Then also mentioned hard work, mentioned chachantil drop of mudra, is mentioned. Chitar meni singzeba, chitar meni singzeba, Pandelama never get sex. So just like the fire burns wood, become ashes in 1 second, like that. For example, there's a big pile of this 1, 2, 3 what hay, but you matches, candle, then you can burn in 1 second, easy, ashes. So just that Kasura, and then similarly by pleasing the Guru, glorify Guru, then in 1 second, all those heavy negative karmas burned in 1 second. You have done such a thing. So like that. Okay, then other thing. So I'm nearly to stop. Then you see, you have sicknesses, or you have many difficulties and sicknesses, all this, you see, or things like that, you see, that, you face difficulties. So while you are obtaining the Guru's advice or wishes, and that. So it is mentioned the lamrim by Lama Tsongkhapa. So you see, the negative karmas, heavy negative karmas, wandering, that makes you wander in the lower realm. Then in this life, finish. The small discomfort, small unfavorable condition by experiencing, you finish, or even dream, and small, some harm, some undesirable desire, some harm received in the dream. So you see, by that, finish completely those past many heavy negative karmas, gone, purified. The Lama Tsongkhapa explained. So, in this life, some difficulties, other people angry to you, or, things like that, sickness also, you see, get the sign of purified, past so many heavy negative karmas, purified, all like that. And then in the Siddhikapa, Bodhisattva Siddhikapa Sutra, that mentioned the Kaba Chapa Pakta Mabang Chapa Chivalana. So many millions for eons, so many eons, innumerable million eons, you wander in the lower realm, and in this life, receiving famine, or sicknesses by receiving that, or even receiving scold, or that, you see, some sickness in this life. All that totally get purified. Those so many eons and millions to go, you have to suffer in the Lord, all those nigrama, or they get purified. So it is mentioned, so you have to, so therefore, you have to rejoice. You have to understand the benefits, what you get. Guru mentioned that Guru advised that when you experience happiness, then think you see, then think the result of your good karma, past good karma you create. You see, then added on that kindness of sentient being, reciprocal, every single 6 realms sentient being, it is kindness, from their kindness you receive. Then if you suffer, if you are suffering, then think this is Guru's blessing, your Guru's blessing to purify your past negative karma. Oh, that's very good to do. Then other things, when you're director, the thing you say, it's the same. When you become a king or prime minister, here small, start from director of the center. So the idea, the attitude is I'm servant to all sentient beings. You see, I'm servant to all sentient, to free them from suffering, to cause happiness, up to enlightenment. All those level happiness, life, and the physical liberation, enlightenment, all those cause. Oh, I'm servant. Yeah. Oh, that idea you should have. And then think, you see, to free the sentiments from mother sentiments, from the oceans of samsara suffering, and to bring to enlightenment. So I'm here to serve. That's the basic attitude. Every day you should remember, especially in the morning when you go to work. I mean, yeah. So bodhichitta, if you want your bodhichitta, your life is totally dedicated to others. You don't have to think. Naturally the thought comes. So you see, you only realize that bodhichitta. But when you don't have realization, then you have to think, motivate. And I'm the one thing I said. So you see, all my past, present, future happy, all my past, present, future, all the happiness, and then I receive a kindness every sentiment from beginning of time, now, in the future, up to enlightenment, all the happiness I receive a kindness of numberless helping, numberless animal, numberless human, every sentiment by the kindness. For example, the enemy who is angry to you and who is obscure, then depending on him, then him or her, then compassion general. Great compassion, then bodhichitta. Bodhisattva, Buddha. Then Buddha, the two holy actions. One holy action among the Buddhas, you see, the only one. One holy action, Buddhas. All our virtue thought is Buddha's holy action. So all those happiness come from your good karma. The good karma, which is Buddha's holy action. So all came from Buddha, Bodhisattva, bodhichitta, from Buddha, great compassion, and came from the whom you call enemy, who is angry to you, who abuse you, who obscure mind, your past, present, up to all that good thing. Everything came from him or her. So the most kind, for you, this most kind, most precious, most dear, we should fulfilling. Like that, every sentence means like this. So therefore here I'm here to serve. Okay? The other one is the mother sentence, but all kindness for. You see, then serve. Yeah, like that, you see. Okay, this, so I'm here to receive all the complaints. I'm here to receive all the complaints from people. When you become director, or recognize, think, I'm the one who receives all the complaints from everybody. I'm the one. So you with happiness. With happiness, then you see, you accept that. Rather than rejecting, you accept that. Then then there's happiness. When it happens. So then also other things about finish. Just one word. Then you see, they said bodhichitta. When you look at the sentient thing, when you look at the sentient thing, look at it with a sincere heart, by smiling. With good heart, smiling. Not political. Oh, if I smile, they will smile, they make me happy. No, not that one. You make them happy. No, you make them happy, not that one. That motivation, that one. The kind, because I told about kindness before. So your job, your life is to serve others. Okay, so easy. If when people, human beings, sure, with your good heart, it's a kindness, thing of kindness. You smile, smile, a loving smile. So look at that sentiment like that. So you see, then you see, by that, it is mentioned in the commentaries of the bodhichitta, it creates cause. Even while you are samsara, many lifetimes, hundreds, many lifetimes, by just one time, by one good karma, with the sincere mind, Rebecca, smiling to somebody. That creates karma many lifetimes, so many 100 lifetimes, to have good body, to have a good body, beautiful body, so that you can help other sentiments, the people listen to you, like the same actors or the singers, blah, 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 so they listen to you, many people. So thereby Lama Yeshe, many great pandits, bodhisattvas, they purposely reincarnated king's family or like that, it's a beautiful body, so that help many sentiments. Now, at the center, outside center, wherever you go, even in the center, you see, people's happiness totally depends on you. How you appear, how you speak, how you think of them. So that their happiness totally depends on your body, speech, mind, how you act to them. So therefore, it's very important to be humble, to practice humble. Not like that. You see, same thing for king, for president, same advice. But then, you see, the good way to, best way to. So, kindness, humble. You see, I think that I'm the servant for something to serve. So therefore, I say, you smile, because then with Buddhism, it is done, create enlightenment. Give happiness to them, then you create cause enlightenment. So, words are always respectful words. No matter they are beggar, they are rich, billionaire, whatever. So, everybody respectful words. You see, respectful words. In the teachings, it is said, look at the sentiment as Buddha, but anyway. So that's also mentioned to some, of course, you don't see Buddha, but you don't see Buddha, some, you see, so that way. So by looking at Buddha, then you don't create, then you don't do bad manners to them, negative karma, you see. So, respect. So you say things politely, it makes them so happy. With speech, everybody so happy. And the mind, as I mentioned, the kindness, that's right. think others precious. So that's so important. You know, people come in the center. I heard many times that I went there and they don't speak, they don't want me, or that. Things like that. The way they speak is no good either, like don't care. So like that, and then they don't go back, don't go for a long time. So, anyway, but generally, FPMT has a guru protection. The Kasura is a compassion center, generally speaking. But even though there's some stories, but generally compassion there too. So overall, for many years, I say that development of compassion has happened. FPMT, Kasura. General speaking, you see, that's what I say. So this is so good. So everybody is generally everybody is very happy with the FPMT center. All that Kasura. Then you see Kasura, except some things, you know, you have to kind of mention. This, but generally discuss with the center people, with the people, then discuss, then decide over that. But of course, doesn't mean the others are kind of well educated or kind of have a good understanding karma, good understanding even the worldly way. Not necessarily. So there are certain things you may have to decide, but generally discuss with people. But still, it doesn't mean what they say is best. It doesn't cover, reason doesn't cover. Because the people, even if discuss, that doesn't mean what comes out doesn't mean the most beneficial thing. So what is the government is run, with the country is run with the democracy, country run with the one person. Of course, in the West, people don't like it. If it's not enlightened, because it's not bodhisattva, see, like his Holiness or something, of course, then you see, then the ordinary being selfish-minded, then people get so much suffering, then all this Syria problem, the many country problems, all this, what happens at the end, the war, because what I'm saying, the loss, I lost now. So like that, discuss, and then, like that, discuss. I think that's about. Then I think one thing is of course, recite of money payment is the most important. That meditation Buddha is very common, as I mentioned, very, very important daily practice is as much to develop compassion for them to quickly achieving enlightenment. So then the other one, you can say that if possible 1 mala, if not then 21 or 7 or Umpemo Ushin is a Bemalumbe, Umpemo Ushin is a Bemulu, Umpemo Ushin is a Bemulu. This is a mantra of Kasadi or pinnacle, lotus pinnacle, this mantra. There's so much benefits. I think you'll, I think those who are to do the long life puja, you'll get prepared met, dead and all the basic mantras. So the other one is the Kasuri. There's so much mantra. Even the monk who broke the the four root vows, and then she born in hell. Then somebody remember that somebody pray that monk by reciting the Umbe Muchin, then it makes immediately to transfer that monk who broke vow. So born in hell, then immediately able to transfer the consciousness. Oh, get higher birth. So the many benefits. Yeah. So that's good for you and for other sentient beings. Then there's on the I don't remember what I received the loom of this. This last one I don't remember. On Bibala Galbe, the name is Sledge mentioned, Jamaica, extremely secret and sublime success. That's helpful, so helpful for success, purification. Om Bibala Galbe, Mane Parbe, Tadagatane, Dareshane, many enters Radeshane, but I think I saw some corrected Nyingma protection, and one book from Tibet, so Dar Om Bibala Galbe, Manepalbe, Tadagatane, Dareshane, not Radeshane, Dareshane, Maneman, Super, Pamela Sagara, Camber, whom so the benefits is in Kasore. I translated, and it is in the what prayer I'm going to give on the long life puja. So yeah. So that because if you recite that mantra one time, you get unbelievable merit, unbelievable merit. So you offer universe filled with jewel of Buddha. Then recite this mantra. This one method, unbelievable merit you collect. And the other one, almost like not creating merit, not collecting merit, almost like that. You see, the reciting mantra almost unbelievable. So that's some of the benefit that it contains. Then you see, some of the basic things are, if you recite this, anybody who see you, they get purified. Anybody who hear your voice, they get purified. So everything, whatever you do, so they benefit from sentient things, everyday life. So but not the whole benefit. So this is if you can do that, so benefit for you and benefit to the center. So let's say it's director or something. You see, so there's something for king or something, you know. So I think the Kachore. So sometimes there are many problems. So many, you see, then to the puja, you know, to get done some. There's some obstacle. So there's an external condition. So yeah, I mean, there's basically negative karma. Then there's a spirit harm. So the conditions are. So there's a pujas to be done, so principles and then we do Kasore every year. This Kasore, the Ganjur, you read Ganjur every year or not? Ganjur, yeah. Read the whole Buddha's teaching, more than 100 volumes every year with the organization as a Ganjur. Then also 100,000 Chondro press, yeah? Or not? Yeah. Then what else? Then what else? Brother, yeah. And how you give a talk offering every month? Huh? What? Extensive, yeah. Medicine Buddha ceremony every month. So this, many years we have been doing this. So you see, one thing is, I don't know, you know, whatever, I just wonder, whatever, some small donation, whatever, you put in that, 200,000 prayers, 100,000, or this. So you put some donation, so then the names are recited during that time to the monks. So that will help to success and face our problems. That's one thing. But also, when there's a problems, the basic pujas can be done. So, I think then your practice, your own practice, those mantras, they will help very much. Also, thank you very much. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, yeah. So this, I have in my room about 2 years ago. So Lama Chaba, okay? Yeah. Here, you see this, the black, so this on the refrigerator to put it. But this is not, you can't put anywhere. This is a bird, the embodiment of Buddha. This one is Buddha's attendant, Gungawa Ananda. One is Buddha's younger brother. So one I don't remember. So this is very helpful to have in the office, the house, monastery, nunnery, whatever, to bring harmonious. And there's something else. So to bring harmonious. That and then maybe a collective virtue, morality, I think. So this very, the whole object, not just the painting, not that. So this sticker, sorry, yeah. Anyway, you have a refrigerator, you can put up, not down, put up. So that, or you can just put like that. Okay, so that's, and this one I wrote a long time ago, mantra, I wrote where? In America. So this, by saying this, it purifies 100,000 eons in the Nikirkama, each time you see it. So to put the refrigerator, so the refrigerator opens many times. So therefore you see this, by the way, we've opened it, so it's a kind of good technique to purify. Okay? And this one is, I bought this is in the car, so it becomes a protection. This is a monastery up there, it's in the down below the roof. This put like this, but make big one. So protection for the monastery, the Kalachara mantra. So that's very good to put in the car. Okay, so things like that. So it's good to have a house and. Okay, so thank you very much. Yeah, I think that's yeah. Oh, porter, yeah. Porter. Yeah. Please come here.